Hi, and welcome to Makeup by Mon. I'm going to do a quick get ready with me video, just very simple everyday makeup, not too much products, and I hope you enjoy. So if I already moisturized, I use Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizer, and I am going to use the Professional Primer. I usually just get a small dab of it and put it on my fingers, and then I just put it around my kind of T-zone that I know I tend to get like creasing in, right above my eyes, and then just right below, really just anywhere I think I might get creasy. And I'm currently using two different foundations. I'm using L'Oreal True Match in W6 Warm Beige, and I'm also using the Outlast Stay Fabulous CoverGirl 3-in-1 in the color 842. I find that this one is too dark and this one is too light, so I mix them together and I get a pretty good color of what I am right now. And then there's really no rhyme or reason for how I put this on. Sometimes I'll mix it in my hand, and it'll be mixed up by the time I put it on my face. Sometimes I don't have enough time for that in the morning, so I literally just dab it on my fingers and then just put it wherever. I've already damped my beauty blender, and it's a lot smaller than this when it's not damp, but when it is, it gets giant. So I usually just pat it in. The beauty of the beauty blender, no pun intended, is that it just like literally makes your makeup so flawless. I saw a lot of YouTubers use this, and I was like, oh, $20 on one sponge is kind of a big commitment. And so I thought, I'm going to try it. I'm going to ask for it for Christmas and then see if my husband gives it to me. And I feel like if it's a gift, I don't mind splurging that much, but I don't typically splurge on myself too much, especially on makeup. It's hard to justify spending that much money, but it is totally changed my makeup game. It just makes it so easy. I used to use the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I like that a lot, but I found that it got clumpy, and the makeup started to get trapped in the middle of the bristles, and I wasn't really sure why, and I was washing it with baby shampoo, and I thought that would probably fix it, and it just didn't. So that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. I like to go down my neck a little bit just to blend it. But notice when I'm using the beauty blender, it just bounced. All the people that I've watched, they say to bounce. And I kept my beauty blender little thing it came in just because I like to just set it like this so it can dry. That way it doesn't sink in. So after I'm done with my foundation, I typically move on to my concealer. And the concealer that I love, it's super easy to use, is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Concealer. And I am in the color Medium. It has this really cool kind of sponge tip applicator, and you just twist. This is my second one. I've already gone through my first one, and I went through it. It lasted me at least 3 or 4 months. I usually just put it in a triangle right underneath my eyes. Kind of like that. It looks kind of goofy whenever you just have it on, but it works. It literally is like a miracle worker. Just because I feel like it really brightens up my under eye area. I really want to try the NARS creamy concealer, because all the bloggers that I watch, they swear by that stuff. But again, it's really hard for me to justify spending over $20 on a makeup product. So unless I really, really, really want it. So for now, the Maybelline Instant Eraser will do fine. So after I get all my face on, I set my under eye concealer. So I used to have this problem where I was noticing that my under eye concealer was getting creasy and kind of flaky, the concealer would get flaky, and I knew it wasn't because the concealer was a bad product or anything like that. I guess I wasn't setting it. And I was trying to set it with my face powder, but it just, something did not settle well, and it just kind of left it looking meh. So I got as a gift for Christmas a little Bare Minerals set, and inside of it came the mineral veil, and it's basically, I'll show you in a second, it's like a loose pigment powder, and I use my Real Techniques setting brush with it, and I just get a really small amount. There's not much, you can kind of see just a little bit on the tip, and then I just go right underneath the under eye, really anywhere that I use that concealer, which is that triangle right underneath my eye area, and it just sets it. It makes it so, like, it doesn't budge. So I find that whenever I usually work like 12-hour days, and usually by the end of the day my makeup is still pretty good, my under eye concealer, if I've used this. So it looks like this. It's a little small pot, and it's, like I said, the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. It's fantastic. I've already gotten my second pot, but I feel like that will last me quite a long time. So once I've done that, that's pretty much my face. I like to move on to, I don't really use powder on anywhere else on my face since I use the primer, and also because my face tends to be like combo, so I don't really get too oily, so I don't really set it. I used to set, but I don't really do that much anymore. The bronzer that I've been loving lately is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. This is a sample version. It smells so good, just like chocolate, of course. And I like to use it on the Real Techniques multitask brush. I use it for my blush sometimes too, but I have a little Kabuki e.l.f. brush that I like it a lot. So I just get just a bit on it, and then I go right underneath my cheekbone. Sometimes I'll make that kind of funny face, just so I can really get it defined. And I feel like it leaves such a kind of bronzy look. You can just see, like, on that side, the difference than on that side. So I dab it in, tap all the excess, and then just do it again for this side. I always have the problem of, like, I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but, like, one side of my face always looks better than the other. And I don't know if it's just because, like, I'm right-handed and it's hard to use my left hand on makeup or what. But nonetheless, if you have that same problem, leave a comment below and help me try to fix my left-handed, right-handed issue. So you can kind of see it just gives just a bit of a little bit of definition. So I feel like this side does not look as great as the other side. So once I've done that, I will take whatever's left and I just kind of go around the top of my head and kind of the edges of my face. And then I just blend down a little bit. And that's pretty much it. So for anytime I'm getting like ready fast in the morning, I don't have time to switch brushes much. So I'm just going to use the same Real Techniques brush that I use for my bronzer. And I am using the NARS Orgasm blush. It came in my Sephora favorites. It's like a really rosy pink. It has a little bit of glitter shimmer in it, which I'm not super crazy about, but I heard so much good things about Orgasm that I was like, oh, you know, I want to try it. Especially since it was in the Sephora favorites. And I like it. I think it's a really pretty color. But I think I'm kind of out of that stage where I can wear glitter on my face. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So once I've done that, that's pretty much done. So I've got concealer, foundation, bronzer, setting powder, and blush. So that is almost it. Anytime I'm getting done really fast and I don't have time to do like full eyeshadow, I get just a little bit of the bronzer and I just kind of go in right there in my crease just to give it a little definition. This is an e.l.f. blending eye brush. It's $1 at Target. I find that e.l.f., I shadow brushes work really, really well. Just gives just a little bit of definition, especially since I'm not doing much to my eye area. Sometimes I'll use Urban Decay Kitten, and I'll just get it on my finger and just lightly go all over the lid just for a little bit of shimmer. But on days like these when I don't have much time, that's as simple as it gets. Next, I do a really quick eyebrow. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It was right in my face. And in the color dark brown. And the way that I do my brows, I by no means am not an expert, but I go from the bottom towards the front, and I just start kind of filling it in. My eyebrows are a little bit of a hot mess express right now because I haven't got them done in a while, but I'm trying to grow them out because I feel like when I went last time, they jacked me for my eyebrows, and I was not very happy about it. So I feel like I need to let them grow a little bit. So that's pretty much it. You can tell the difference between one eyebrow and the next eyebrow. If I have enough time, I will usually set it with Maybelline Great Lash Clear Mascara. But if I don't, that's pretty much all it gets to. So I'm just going to quickly do this eye. Again, I usually have the same problem of one side never looks as good as the other side. I find that especially true for eyebrows. I don't know why. I have heard another YouTuber say eyebrows will never be like brother and sister. They will always be like cousins. So they'll look like slightly the same, just not exactly the same. So that's pretty much it for my eyebrows. Really quick and simple. And I learned how to fill them in just by watching other people on YouTube. And now I really like doing my eyebrows, and I really can't leave without doing them, even if it's just like a tinted moisturizer kind of day. So I have everything on my face. The last step is just my lips. I really, really love the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the color Pillow Talk. So I use this. It's kind of like a Your Lips But Better color. And I just fill in my lips. It's really smooth. And I feel like it gives just a little bit of definition. You can see it also doesn't feel super dry, which I like. But just in case it's been really, really cold lately. And so I've been using this. Let me put the top back on. Sugar Fresh Rosé Lip Balm. It came in my Sephora favorites as well. And I usually just dab just a little on top, just for a little bit of moisture, and then I'm almost done. Two more last steps. I do a quick swipe of mascara, and I'm using Tarte's Lights Camera Flashes, the one in the little gold tube. I just do a super, super quick. I don't even do the bottom lashes. I just do the top just to get a little bit of definition. And again, it's the one in the gold tube, Tarte's Lights Camera Flashes. And then once I've done that, then I literally am done. I usually put on I use the Urban Decay DeSlick setting spray. I usually put it on before I put on mascara because sometimes it makes my mascara drip or get clumpy. But for the sake of right now, I'm just going to just put it on right now. And then I usually just give myself a little spray. And then I'm pretty much done. So that's my quick get ready with me everyday makeup. If you like what you have seen, please subscribe and like the video below. And I will see you next time. Thanks.